A lot of attention has been paid to the failed third go-round of the Arena Football League, which has been a flop of Waterworld level proportions. Hell, it is the only organization in football willing to hire Jeff Fisher. Let us never forget when Jeff Fisher declared himself to be a candidate for the Montana State head coaching job, hopped on a plane to Montana as to make it seem as if the school was interested in hiring him, but in reality he was just going to his cabin in the state and never got an interview for the job. That really says all you need to know about Fisher's standing in the world of football. That aside, the latest incarnation of the Arena Football League has been a dumpster fire of epic proportion. That fact has been pretty well covered at this point, so there's no need to go over it again. I think the takeaway though from that failure, at least for most people, has been, I think we're good on new arena football leagues for the moment. The Indoor Football League is doing a really good job at keeping the sport alive. The NAL is at least trying to make it work in different markets. Outside of that top level of arena/indoor football, you do have a number of other leagues still trying to make a go of it. A notable example is American Indoor Football, which has been doing its best AFL impression. After 7 years of being defunct, someone thought it was a good idea to restart the AIF, and well, it has been a disaster. It lost teams before the season began, it lost teams during the season, it's had to undergo a major in-season scheduling reshuffle, and quite frankly, no one is even attending these games. Given what we know about the state of indoor or arena football in America and the challenges involved, you think people would just stop trying to launch their own leagues. Or at the very least have a better plan in place. It has taken years of hard work, dedication, and a clear vision for the IFL to get to the point where it is today. And that level is simply stability and a moderate amount of success. Yet every smooth-talking sales representative or person with some connection to the sport of football thinks they are the ones who can make arena football work. Forget the tens of leagues that have failed over the past 20 years, forget the long-term investment required. They simply know better than all of those that have failed before them. Seriously, indoor football, arena football, whatever you want to call it, it has become the sporting equivalent to the monorail.
Mono, don't!
Someone will come in promising visions of football grandeur, accepts a bunch of expansion checks from unsuspecting marks, and then pockets some cash before everyone realizes they've been sold a barrel of lies. Despite this, for some reason, a third Arena Football League plans to begin play in 2024. The Arena League, stylized as the L, kicks off in June. It has 4 teams spanning from Minnesota to Arkansas, with a further 2 more expansion sides scheduled to join in 2025. Assuming the league actually makes it to that point, which I wouldn't put my money on. The Al is actually led by Hall of Fame NFL wide receiver Tim Brown. His track record in business, though, is spotty to say the least. Between that and what the league is planning to do, this entire thing screams failure waiting to happen. Let's start with the latter. The Al's tagline is pushing the boundaries of football. It then goes on, it just carries on with all of this talk about how it's changing the game, providing opportunities, all that other soulless corporate marketing speak. In reality, it's just code for cutting corners. The Al will be 6-on-6 play with 15-man rosters, and there's no kicking because the league doesn't want to pay kickers. It is pretty ironic that the league prattles on about providing opportunities, yet its entire existence is sort of based on eliminating opportunities. No opportunities for kickers or traditional linemen, and smaller rosters mean fewer opportunities for players in general. The Al also talks a lot about how it's going to be a faster paced game, more action, blah blah blah. Has anyone who's ever attended or watched an Arena Football League game ever said, man, this thing is going way too slow, I wish there was more stuff happening? Have Tim Brown or any of his cronies actually ever sat down and watched an entire Arena Football League game? It sure as hell doesn't seem like it, because if they have, the focus wouldn't be on about making something that's already fast even faster. The dumbest thing the league promotes, though, has to be how it's going to allow fans to vote on the performance of referees. What a useless pointless thing to have. Look, we all know how this is going to work out. Fans are going to vote the referees that give them the best calls as doing a good job, and they're going to hate on those referees who don't give them the calls. What is the point of this system? What does it accomplish? Absolutely nothing. The fact no one in the AL actually understands why this is a stupid idea is pretty damn alarming. In reality, the league is not pushing the boundaries of football. It's not pushing the boundaries of anything. It's just found some patsies in middle America with money that it can exploit. To that end, it's also the reason why TV is nothing but ads for crappy products that can produce somewhat believable commercials. Yeah, sure thing, Public Rec is changing the pants game by asking for your waist size and length? You mean like every other pair of pants on the face of the planet does? Let's not get hung up on that though. The real concern here, at least that I have, is the folks investing, buying teams in this league seemingly have done zero due diligence on Tim Brown or his previous business endeavors. Let's start with Locker 81 Fundraising Solutions, which essentially seems to be a prepaid gift card affiliate marketing effort for Dash Solutions. Honestly, the organization could be something different entirely because the website copywriting and anything you can find on this outfit, it's just wildly all over the map. Let's take a look at some examples. At various times, it claims smart giving consists of highly recognizable, acceptable, and desirable products that increase visibility. A significant part of the fight against financial illiteracy and childhood obesity. Formed to facilitate the distribution of innovative products and services. What is going on here? There is also very little clarity about what this organization was supposed to be doing on any of its social media accounts. In fact, the social media for Locker 81 Fundraising Solutions is an odd combination of spam links and someone retweeting things but forgetting to switch back to their personal account. That's bad, but then here's Brown promoting something called enzyme pills?
And that's all due to these all-natural enzyme products, the smart living products that we're bringing to you now.
More recently, Brown has been working as CEO of 81 Logistics Group. Things there are going bad. Really bad. At the moment, there are 7 lawsuits either suing the group or Brown directly for unpaid debts. Then again, that is not surprising considering they couldn't even pay someone $20 to come up with an even remotely acceptable logo. What is this? This bothers me on so many different levels. Look, I am not a great graphic designer by any means, but even I could come up with something better than this. How does a company that claims to be securing billion-dollar contracts think this logo is okay for them to use? And must you really require the football angle for your gas shipping company? Now we have the CEO of this failing company, a company that at best seems heading for bankruptcy, also leading the Arena League. This is going to end poorly, people will lose money, and it will all have been easily avoidable. One of the more interesting things about the AL as the AFL was going through its spectacular implosion is that it released a statement talking about responsibility, this, that, and the other. Responsibility, your commissioner's racking up 7 figures in debts, being sued by creditors, and then not even bothering to show up to court. I'm not sure responsibility is going to be one of your league's calling cards here. By the way, this is not meant as a personal attack on Tim Brown. I'm sure he has good intentions with the AL here. He's also a man with plenty of talents. Business, though, is not one of those talents. It seems like he is a man who's been led astray by people who don't necessarily have his best interests at heart. That's unfortunate, and for him to be entering the realm of arena football, a sphere so fraught with complications and potential pitfalls, is a recipe for disaster, and one that those around him, those asking him to support, do not seem to care all that much about. We've already seen it with the AFL, we're seeing it with the AIF. Just launching an arena football league is no easy task, and honestly, it's something more likely than not to fail. For the AL, the Arena League, to think it's different, to give it another go-round, it's just foolishness. Worse yet, though, the third Arena Football League to launch in America this year has 0 unique selling points. There's no reason for this league to exist apart from the fact someone advising Tim Brown thinks they're going to make some money. That rarely, if ever, happens. Better yet, if you want to understand why the IFL has made it this far, why it's now America's longest running indoor football league, you need to look at the people behind it. Their leadership has been involved with the sport at all levels. The commissioner, the vice presidents, the directors, they all deeply care about the sport and understand the business aspects of it. They aren't doing it to make money, they're doing it because it's something they love, it's something they want to be seen and that they want to grow. In no way, shape, or form does that describe the L, which seems like an ill-fated cash grab at best. I mean, just take a look at the players here. Tim Brown is running a logistics company into the ground. Others involved with the L have only a basic understanding of indoor football. And the entire premise of this new league, reinventing the wheel, it doesn't make any sense. I mean, seriously, what could possibly go wrong here? Oh, that's right, everything. Thank you for watching this video. If you'd like to know more about the mini rises and mini falls of arena football in America over the years, video upper right hand corner of your screen is the place to go. Until next time, I am Cheyenne Hollis. This is the Touchback, and as always, hashtag take it out to the 25.